Hello all you YouTube mechanics out there. Matt here. This is going to be my first video, so it's probably not very good. I will be using a lot of non-technical terms, mainly because I don't know what the names are, and also hopefully for the simple mechanics that most of us are, that including myself who go look for videos everywhere, might not know everything. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it helps. This will be for the locating and removing the starter from a 2005 Kia Sedona. As you can see, we come to you from my personal garage, overlooking the engine compartment of the Kia. Enjoy the video, and if you like it at the end, hit the like button. Thank you. Alright, so welcome back to the engine compartment of my Kia Sedona. A lot of the work, removal and stuff has already been done, so I won't be going over complete steps of each bolt and everything, but as close as possible as I can to try to help you out. This cover here, again, technical terms, it is a cover for the engine. It's got, I believe, 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove those, pull the cover off, which will expose the engine. Sorry for the shaky video. I don't have a mount or anything to put it on. So, moving over, you're going to disconnect the filter system. The reason why you're going to move the filter system is because there's a bolt down on the starter, which is located down in here, that you need to get to, and it's just, I don't know if you can access it from underneath very well, so this is just an easy way to get to it. After you remove the cover plate and your hose that connects to the engine here, which I believe is like the intake maybe, and your electrical connection to the hoses, disconnect that and you'll be able to remove the filter. Of course, important thing, disconnect the battery before you attempt to remove the starter, so you're not getting sparks thrown everywhere by accidentally crossing posts or whatever. So I've disconnected the battery already. Alright, moving on to the next piece. So here's a long black plastic thingy. Not sure if you have to remove this or not to reach it. You could always try to reach down in there and get to it without removing this piece, but it's simply 2 bolts connecting it, one here and one over here. There's little rubber grommets on here that these pieces fit in. Remove those bolts and you'll be able to remove this piece here. Alright, so you can see here there's what I believe is the motor mount, this round piece with the connector on it. Just to the right side of the motor mount there's a bolt, a single bolt for the starter. I don't know if you can see that hole down there or not. I'll point to it right down in here. So you have to be able to access this bolt here for the top bolt for the starter to remove it. So this is the location I'm going to get into. I've also heard that some people have removed the radiator hose. I was able to kind of push it out of the way enough to get the ratchet down there with a socket and get that bolt disconnected. So once you're looking down in the engine compartment, you'd be able to see the starter, which is located, before it was removed you could see it right in this area here, just the top end of it. I tried to knock on the starter from there, but it was still too tight of a fit to be able to knock on it to try to see if that would start it. So I ended up having to go underneath the vehicle to get to it. Alright, so underneath the vehicle now there's this cover that, unless you remove it, you cannot see the starter. It kind of fits right up like this, and again kind of blocks your view of the starter a little bit. I think there's 4 bolts, maybe 5, that removes this. This little bracket here just fits up to the frame. We'll pop it back and down and remove that piece, which will help you access the starter. Okay, so welcome back. First, I guess, rule of videotaping should be to remember to charge your battery so you don't have to stop and find another battery and charge it. So, alright, continuing with the repairs. So, there is a heat shield that is covering the starter. I believe there's 2 bolts and a nut that connects this to the starter. Those will have to be removed to drop this or disconnect this and then access the starter from there. One important thing that I found, or one unfortunate thing that I found, is that you're going to have to, at least I had to, disconnect the muffler in a couple different locations to be able to pull it down and get this heat shield out of the way. Otherwise, with the design of it, how it kind of fits up in here, you just I couldn't move it out of the way to be able to get it out of the way. So as you can see, I've disconnected the 2 nuts off of the bolts here for the muffler. I also disconnected them at this second point here on both sides. What that allowed me to do was to be able to pull the muffler down. So I rotate the camera here. I was able to pull the muffler down just enough out of the way so I didn't have to disconnect anything else, and then I was able to remove that heat shield and then access the starter. As you can see, here's the bolt for the top of the starter and the bolt for the bottom. Remove those. Once you remove those, you're going to have a connection from your battery, from your positive cable to the starter, which of course gives it its power. Disconnect that. I believe it might have been a 12 millimeter for this nut, and then it's got an electrical connector that just pulls right out right here. So you're going to remove those, and after your bolts are removed, the starter will drop down and you'll be able to pull it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it can help you if you have a 2005 Kia Sedona with starter problems and can't locate the starter because everything's so compact in these vehicles nowadays. I miss working on my old 74 Chevy where you can just climb in the engine compartment and or get underneath it without having to jack it up and do most of the work from there. If you have any questions, comment on the video and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, probably with a lot of technical terms, or I should say untechnical terms, but I'll help you where I can. And then if you like the video, like it and share it with anybody that you need to. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.